Hey, what's up? How are y'all? This is your girl Diamond. Let's talk about the Oscars and Will Smith and Jokes and Chris Rock and all those kind of things. I have food on my chest. I just got through eating, so let me. Yeah. Hey, live. Hey, Gigi. Hey, everybody. Serenity. Justin. Marissa, hey. How is everybody's week so far on this hump day? Hump day, hump day. Oh. All right, so everybody has given their hot takes. Everybody has said what they feel about stuff. Good, I started my new job today. Hey, congratulations on new jobs and things, new opportunities. Yes. Busy, honey, so much work, but I'm determined, as it should be. Congratulations. Yes. So I wasn't gonna watch the Oscars because I was busy working. I had an event on that day, so I was busy doing some panel or whatever. And I can tell my white coworker to stop putting me on the bag. I had a panel that day, so people were calling me. My gay son, Africano boy here on YouTube, he had called and he was like, "You hear about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock?" And I was like, "Wait, like a for real smack? Like a for real smack? Like smack smack?" And he was like, "Yes, girl. Apparently, girl." I was like, "Oh," so I looked it up, and then when I first seen it, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't a real smack. That looks like a, a fake smack, like a professional smack, where it looks real but it's not." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's real." But then I see the rest of the clip and Will is going off, like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." So I was like, "Oh, that was real. You went up there and smacked the nigga on the Oscars." My sickening. So I was kind of gagged and kind of living and kind of getting my life. I'm not here to have a conversation on right or wrong. The evolved, the evolved me is very like, violence is not the answer. You should never choose violence. But also me. Also me is, sometimes people need to be popped. And sometimes, poppings need to happen. And, also, that's a black king right there, protecting his woman. It's, I'm a multifaceted individual. So there are multifaceted things about me. There's the intersection. We love to talk about intersectionality. And there are many intersections of me. And because of that, I felt the whole situation. I felt the whole situation. And I'm definitely team Will Smith smacking a motherfucker. Smacking niggas that's making jokes about you. And I think as a trans person, I think I just have a different context about jokes than your average person. And I'm not saying that the average person hasn't had a situation where they are joked about or teased or, you know, but I have been in situations where jokes, where people was like, "Oh, we're just joking," and it just went too far for me. It may not have been too far for somebody else. It may not have been. It may have been just jokes, and this is just we're just being entertaining. We're just doing our job, and we're just this. Da, 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 da. Okay, and that's cool. Um, that's cool. But sometimes people at their jobs need to get popped. I've had a bunch of times where somebody was just doing their job and they need to get popped. A bunch of times. I had a bunch of times where motherfuckers was telling jokes and I didn't think that they were funny. I didn't think that they were funny at all. Um, I've had times where a joke could be told about me in a certain circumstances on this day and it can go over my head. And then the same exact joke could be told about me on another day. And because that day has been a hard day for me, I'm not in the mood, motherfucker. And I might pop you. You get what I'm saying? And there's some days where I am Michelle Obama about it. When they go low, we go high. Sometimes I'm bad. But sometimes when they go low, I want to go lower. I want to knock them lower. I want to knock them to the ground and bash their head in so low to the ground. Sometimes that is that's the mood of the situation. And another element is sometimes I can take a joke about me. But then if I'm with my mama and you bullying my mom, that might be a different scenario. I might can take a joke about me, but if you say something about my mom that I know hurts her feelings, I might bash you. Or you say something about my brother, or you say something about my friend's weight, and I know she's going through, you know, issues with feeling desirable, issues with feeling like she's worthy of love. And then here you come with some fat jokes. And because I know she's going through that and I'm in the mood, I might pop you. I might go off on you. I might not take it as a joke. I might not think that joke is cute because I know my friend's situation. So it's so many circumstances where, yes, in an ideal world, ah, I could just let these jokes roll off of me. I could just let these jokes roll off of me. But sometimes this ain't the day. And that day wasn't Chris Rock's day. um, I'm really annoyed by the conversation of there's a couple of things that I'm annoyed about. I'm annoyed about three conversations. The one conversation is he wouldn't have did that if it was blank. He wouldn't have did that if it was this. What if it was a woman comedian? Would he have done that? It doesn't matter what he would have done in your hypothetical situation that you are trying to imply that Will is weak or um, whatever you're trying to imply. That really doesn't matter. The situation was this is Will Smith and Chris Rock. There's a history there. And even if it wasn't a history there, this is Will in the moment with this person. All the hypotheticals. If Obama told the joke about Jada, he might not have smacked Obama. It's so many situations where he might not have done it, but he did it in this situation. So who he would have done it to doesn't really matter. I seen a meme that even had Cat Williams. He wouldn't have did it if it was Cat Williams. Cat Williams got beat up by some motherfucking kids. Ain't nobody scared about Cat Williams. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. In certain situations, you can get it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy for people to have those kind of conversations. I'm really annoyed by the conversation of where people are bringing up August Alsina well, you didn't have this energy with the nigga who was fucking your wife. That is such the most ignorant conversation. First of all, what does this have to do with this scenario? That's number one. But also, how hard, what is the problem with us understanding poly open relationships? Like, are we just slow? And why are we all of a sudden slow about the Smiths poly relationship? We have rumored and rumogated. Is that the word? We have talked and rumored and discussed them being swingers and relationship goals because of that for decades. Like, we have talked about this many times. Like, them being swingers and having open relationship, like, literally that has been the rumor about them for years. And then all of a sudden we find out, because Jada's ass messed with somebody that run their fucking mouth, they have been closed off about it for decades. Now we find a situation, we hear about a situation that they're in where all three individuals is telling you that all three individuals knew about it. All three individuals and the two in the marriage, they're telling you we were in a situation where we were exploring other people. Will and Jada talked about it on her popular Facebook show, Red Table Talk. Talked about it. So everybody can go viral. It can da. Will talked about it in his book. He doesn't have a show. He talked about it in his book, and niggas don't read. So he talked about outside side chicks that he had and relationships that he had. So these two individuals are doing something that worked for them. Exploring. Jada made the mistake in dealing with somebody who don't know how to keep their mouth shut. So it got exposed. They talked about it on the show. All these things. Why are y'all bringing that up? Why are y'all saying that she cheated on him? That's not cheating. When a nigga know and when we're open and we're talking about it, do y'all not understand poly? Y'all love to parade poly out. Y'all love to parade poly out, poly relationships out. When it's a nigga and two bitches, y'all love to. And have y'all noticed that it's never paraded when it's always talked down on and never paraded out when it's a chick and two men, even though that coupling is the most economical, because we know statistically two men make more money because of how the gender wage gap. So it's more economical for me to have two husbands than it is for you to have two wives. So this is a more practical relationship for me to get two men instead of you in multiple men, instead of me being in a harem with a bunch of women. If that worked for you, cool. But it just makes more sense for me to have two husbands, three husbands. I don't think I could do four, but it's two would be cute. So we act like they have a poly relationship. What does that have to do? And so, being that they have a poly relationship, why would he be mad at August? If he knows and has allowed his wife to explore like he's exploring, and she has said, "Nigga, I'm done fucking with you," or I'm, this is, I want to do something else, and we both agree, and this is okay. Explain to me, how is that cheating? And don't say, "Oh, well, I think once you're married, blah blah blah." That's your marriage, bitch. That's anytime you go outside of the marriage, that's cheating. That's your marriage, bitch. That ain't got nothing to do with their marriage. That's them. And if they okay with it, how is it fucking cheating? It's not cheating. They doing what they agreed to do. And what does that have to do with the tea in China that is this man is making jokes about my wife's hair? Well, and me smacking the fuck out of him. Well, Will laughed. This is another annoying conversation. Well, Will laughed about it when he first said it. Will laughed. Nigga, I don't know who you are. I don't know what world you live in. But maybe this is because of my lived experience as a queer person growing up being bullied, being teased, being joked about. Sometimes when things are awkward, and even if it's like negative, sometimes you laugh in the moment because it's awkward. Sometimes you crack up. Sometimes I know me. I Somebody called and told me my mother had passed away, and I laughed because in my ear, when they're telling me, my heart drops, but my stress response is to laugh. And the person who told me clocked that I was laughing and said, "No, I'm serious." And I'm like, "No, I know you're serious, but it's just hitting me." Sometimes people laugh when they're in stressful situations. And then once they get their bearings, they come up and do whatever they're gonna do. So that is quite annoying. Part of me likes to I don't know, we're coming shit shifts, okay? What is culturally okay, what is culturally not okay, shit shifts. There were certain jokes, certain language, even language that comedians couldn't use on stage. Things shift. Some Yeah, this is your career. And another thing, the Oscars isn't a comedy show. There have been comedy shows where I'm like, people are really getting roasted in the audience and da 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 da. While this may be the culture, this may be, don't come to the comedy show if you want to. There's a difference between me coming to the comedy show and I'm expecting you to get up there and give a set, and I'm sitting in the audience and you start roasting me. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't know that that was going to happen. And so, if you frustrate me to the point where I shoot you, am I wrong? Yes, but nigga, I didn't come here for that. Now, this is where it's gonna get with you. This is where it's gonna get with you, where y'all might not agree. And it's not I'm saying that it's wrong or it's right. What I'm saying is just I'm just sharing how I felt in the moment. So there are certain happenings in the world that for me I be relating to the evil person. There is certain, like, I remember when I was in high school and I was in the rough patch of my high school years, and Columbine happened. I remember Columbine. The little white boys was in trench coats and black trench coats and shot up the school. It was a horrific act. Horrific. You shouldn't be shooting up the school. Like, we know that this is wrong. We know this is bad. You shouldn't be killing people. We know. But I have to be honest. When it happened and I was in high school in the middle of my high school years, child, I'm telling you, I felt like I was a kid and I was like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I had the guts to do that. I didn't have the guts to do it. But there was many times I was like, y'all would be mad if I can't. So many people are bullying me, and no, including teachers, that nobody is doing anything about it. And so many people are doing it and nobody is doing anything about it. And I'm just supposed to deal with this. And when they did that, not saying that they had a legitimate reason. I don't really remember what their reason were other than being outcast. For me, I thought about it. I was like, I'm queer and these motherfuckers are bullying me. And if I shot this motherfucker up, everybody would be like, oh, the parents, oh, troubled student, oh, mother a drug addict in the group home, and all these markers of a troubled child. No, it's not because of that shit. It's because of y'all letting these motherfuckers bully and bother me and not doing anything about it. Recently, in I don't know exactly where they were. God, where were they? There was a trans girl got jumped on camera, and nobody did anything about it. It's and so I know this is not the Oscars, and we are talking. The context is different, but it just reminds me of those feelings of this is not the Oscars. So I'm not. We're not talking about two rich dudes doing rich shit. But the conversation of the public reminded me of those feelings where y'all talking about y'all making it seem like this is just jokes when certain people, not Will Smith, not Jada Pinkett, certain people don't have the money that Will and Jada have to get the therapist, to get to protect them. Excuse me. I just ate. Um, some people don't have the money that they have to kind of negate some of the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? They it's just one of those things. It made me feel like that. There's been many a time I wanted to smack a motherfucker. There's been many a times that I did smack a motherfucker because I'm just to my wits end. There's been many times, not many. There's been one time. There's been one time that I smack a motherfucker and it was the wrong person that I shouldn't have smacked. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I thought it was him. It wasn't, but I thought it was. I've been in that situation where you're hanging with a crowd that's bothering me, and you know that. So I don't know. I just, I am not. And also, people talk, and this is another conversation that's annoying. If a motherfucker is saying in any scenario like this, if a motherfucker is saying this make black people look bad, they are anti-black. If they're white, they're a racist. If they're black, they're anti-black. Because anybody coming out their mouth saying one individual black person can make the whole entire group look bad, that's because that individual wants the whole entire group to look bad. Because I don't give a fuck what one black person do. It don't make the whole group look like nothing. And it's racist for you to think that. It's actually a white privilege. Let's talk about that. It's actually a white privilege to be individualistic. White men been shooting up schools, bombing up shit, shooting churches up, but nobody is saying that makes all white people look bad. Their bad people get to be individuals, but our bad people reflect all of us. That's fucking racist. Just so you know. So when you hear a motherfucker come out their mouth and say it like that, they're racist or anti-black. And that just gave you a glimpse of them. That just gave you a glimpse of what they think about. Oh, that means they're going to judge you because you're black. If they see you doing something that they don't agree with, they're going to judge you and the rest of the blacks. These are the type of people they say the blacks. That's just what the blacks do. They're racist or anti-black. So that conversation is annoying to me. It's making all the black people look bad. He didn't make me look like shit. Was him being rich making me look rich? Was him being that fly ass Taylor suit that allowed him to reach back and smack that nigga so smoothly? Did that fire Taylor suit make me look better? Make me look less broke? No. Did them being at the Oscars make me look less broke? No. No, it didn't. It didn't. Sorry, baby. Columbine children were two troubled youth. Right. Mm-hmm. Black kids is a whole race. Yes. Exactly. Y'all are totally right. So that is quite annoying. It's just a bunch of things that I'm like, the fuck are y'all talking about? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. This don't make me look like nothing. I am proud when black people have success. It makes me feel like, yes, cousin. My cousin did that. There's a level of yes. There's a level of that, but it don't change me. And that might be, and I don't think it's exclusive to me and people in my demographic, but it might be a part of my demographic. I never felt like I was in the in crowd with black people on certain levels. I've always been outsider because of my queerness. So I always had for me, I've never been on the in crowd because of my queerness. Was it something that made me feel less black? No. I was black, but I was always the different kind of black. You a different kind of black. In a sense of, you know, there's motherfuckers who they don't reflect who I am. They don't reflect who I am. And they don't consider me one of them. They don't consider me black excellence. So why would I think that something negative happening reflect all of us? That's weird. Why would I accept the negative as something? Why would I accept the positive? Even the positive. I'm like, yes, I agree with your success. I agree with you getting your flowers, blah, blah, blah. But that don't reflect me because I'm not going to get the benefits of that positivity. And I'm not going to get the negative of that negativity. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not accepting that. That's not me. Yeah. There was a lot of things that put me out. I was never and it's the certain circumstances. I've had people I've and this is any anybody. Like it's not just white people, it's not just black people. It depends on the circumstances. There are circumstances that people will make it seem like I'm this exceptional kind of black, white people. Oh, you're just different. I'm like, how am I fucking different? I'm a hood ass bitch. Especially if I don't do this anymore. But in my youth, when I felt like I needed to get something out of this space, and I'm code switching real good. Hi. Putting my best customer service white people voice on. Oh, you're the special kind of black. And I'm like, oh, that's because you don't know who I am. And you won't know who I am because I'm trying to get this job out of you, or I'm trying to get this money out of you, or I'm trying to get this opportunity up out of you. And being that you have put me in the special kind of black category, clearly you're racist. That's the first indicator that you're a racist to me. If you say, oh, you're the special kind of black. That's a you're not black black. That's racist. Check. They're racist. I just think of you're just different. Uh-huh. I know. You're not. Mm. The only thing that yeah, I have a problem with that conversation because that's not how I looked at it at all. The sucker, my homeboy said, "Oh, he snuck him. He didn't know he was coming up to do that." I was like, it literally is the opposite of sneaking somebody or opposite of sucker punch. He literally walked up on stage on you and smacked you, bro. He literally walked in your face. Now, you might not have thought that he was going to do that, but it wasn't behind your back. It didn't come from the side where you can't see. You literally acknowledged that he was coming towards you. So that is literally the opposite of sucker punching you. So I don't know what y'all talking about. He just walked up in his face and smacked him. Now, he might not have been expecting it. He might not have been expecting it. Now, I can understand that. But it wasn't a sneak attack. It wasn't a sneak or sucker. It wasn't nothing like that. He walked up in your face. You knew he was coming and smacked your ass. That's not a sneak. A sneak to me is you coming from the side and a nigga don't know you coming from the side. He coming from behind you. Boop. That to me. Now we might be from different hoods. We might be from different places. But where I'm from, sucker punches and sneaking somebody is where they can't see you coming. They don't know you coming. That's what where I'm from, the definition of sneaking. Yeah, so I just don't get the idea of a sneak attack or that don't make sense to me. I'm like, what? That's yeah, that's all. And he's acknowledging it ain't like the lights was in my eyes. I didn't see him coming. Chris Rock literally acknowledged that Will is coming up here. Yeah, I didn't take that as he just came up and smacked that nigga. Especially if it's not planned. Do you see what I'm saying? If it's not, you get what I'm saying? You know the run of the show. So you knew Will wasn't supposed to be coming up here. So this isn't a part of the show, and you know it. So if this is, and then when he made the joke about Jada, people in the audience responded, and Chris said, "Oh, that's a little one," or that was a oh that wasn't that big, or he responds to the negative reaction of the crowd. So the crowd indicated that this joke wasn't taken well. Like he literally says, "Oh, come on now," like something like when he makes the G.I. Jane joke. So the crowd clearly indicated to him that, oh, this didn't land where I thought it would land. Will been a goody two shoes for 30 years, and now everybody think he's a it's killer. It's wild. Um, that's another weird conversation to me. Just because you were sold the idea of Will being a goody two shoes because he crossed over to do nice movies, to do movies that white men could do. to do so he wouldn't be pigeonholed into the gangster and thug. Just because you were sold and believed the idea of him being a goody two shoes for 30 years doesn't mean that's who Will was on the inside. Will could easily still be the nigga from West Philly. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he could there's me myself. I got degrees. I done spoke at Stanford. I done did all of these things that people could be like, she's so classy and respectable. But I will still fight a bitch quickly. There's people who have an image of me, y'all probably don't because we talk like this, but there's people who have an image of me that is totally different of the person who I actually can be or who I am. So it's just kind of weird. It just didn't. It just that concept that people think if just because you believe this image, the facade that is his brand. But also, can we stop acting like Will Smith ain't smacked nobody before? He literally went viral a couple of years ago for smacking somebody that was he was doing some gay. Was he trying to kiss him, or I can't remember exactly what he was trying to do to Will, but Will smacked him. You know, it's just weird. Oh, and then the weird ass Tupac shit getting brought up. Man, y'all in this Tupac shit is so this Tupac Jada and Will shit. Like it's so strange to me. Like this woman, like they were close friends, grew up together. Why wouldn't she care about Tupac? I heard it was a kiss. Yeah, it was something. He tried to kiss Will or he tried to do something. And Will smacked his ass. Like, what the fuck are you going? What's going on? Some kind of reporter or something. It was something. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. But Will smacked him. But we don't know what happened behind doors. You saying he didn't fight anybody, nor did he show that side for 30 years. I literally just gave you an example where he smacked a nigga for trying to kiss him on the red carpet. So this is literally a line. Did you not hear what I said, right? Like you don't and then you're also Will Smith. That's another example. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna because you're Will Smith, you're not gonna be always in moments that sometimes because you're Will Smith, you're protected from some of the mess. So you're not gonna see a bunch of the stuff that could come up in a regular everyday person. I just find it weird that people think people because they have money or because they especially some people as recently open as Will and Jada recently because it used to be not as open. But from this table talk shit, like you can literally tell based on the conversations that they're having that these are hood people adjusting to the life of Hollywood. We're seeing the end, the end of, oh, we've adjusted to this life. But we are two hood people. I'm from Baltimore, he from West Philly. We are two hood people that have adjusted to this life and got our kids where they don't have to even think about that shit. But we have adjusted to this life, both of us. And I know everybody don't follow Will and Jada. Do you see what I'm saying? To hear all these nuances of conversations, but I do. And so, especially Red Table Talk, I don't really follow Will, but yeah, but people perception isn't the real person. Yeah, it who we think people are, the image that they give us, we know that that's not real, right? Like we know that that's not real, right? We know that Beyonce, we know that this good girl, girl next door image that Beyonce gives us is not Beyonce, right? We know that, right? Do we believe that that's her for real? That's why the moments like the elevator, it goes so viral because it's shocking. We don't understand. Well, how did it get to that point? You feel me? Like we know that the image that people give to the public is not the real them, right? I'm just saying the response is extra. It was a slap. He ain't shooting people. Yeah, I agree with that. It was a slap. It could have been a punch. It wasn't even a punch. It was a slap. And y'all acting like, and I think that's what you meant by saying, oh, and now he's a killer. No, he slapped that nigga. I feel like there's two Beyoncés, maybe three. Yeah, I don't know, I don't know how many Beyoncés it is, but I don't believe people's public, especially celebrities, the ones that are intentionally guarded. When you get the Tiffany Haddish, I do think Tiffany Haddish, that's her. Like Tiffany don't seem like a person that is I ain't gonna say that. That's kind of disrespectful. But yeah, I think there's certain people that are guarded. Like you can tell that they're guarded based on how they answer questions, based on how controlled their image is. So I don't believe all the things that just them just is who they are is reflected in that image that they give us. But yeah, I get what you're saying in regards to, you know, now y'all thinking he's this like killer and he's just, you know, this hood violent abuser. Fuck out of here. Tiffany gives me fake and phony and gullible. I don't get fake. I don't get fake and phony. I don't get fake and phony from Tiffany. Gullible, I don't know. I don't know. That's not what I get. I get, you know, cooning a little bit. I don't shucking and jiving a little bit. I get that. Would people make a big deal had it been two white men? I think people would make a big deal had it been two white men because this is somebody really getting smacked about a joke at the Oscars. I do think that it would have been a big deal, but I just don't think it would have had the racial undertones. Because it is two black men, race comes into play. Race comes into it's like because of that what we were talking about, this negative act is going to reflect the whole people. Everybody think pieces is, oh, this makes us look bad, and because we don't have the luxury of individualism. If it was two white men, it would have been like, oh my God, this violence, this toxic masculinity, and what? It's people are these snowflakes getting too serious about jokes. We would have still got all of that, but when it's two black men, we gotta have the whole. We gotta defend the whole race because this country is racist and people are racist, and they can't separate two men having a problem with the whole race because they be racist. The length that they're going to vilify him, yes, that has racial undertones, and I think that's what Ray is pointing out. That those are racial undertones. Which is why white people are shooked. They didn't expect that from polished Black people. Yeah, I don't want to hear anybody's any white person's opinion about it. Get the fuck out of here. There is a level of, this is toxic masculinity, yo. Like this whole um like I said, I live at the intersections of a lot of things. So, I'm also the bitch. you know, my man defended me, smack that nigga. I'm that. But I'm also I get it, the what I want to be, the evolved person. I do want to call it out. This is a toxic display of masculinity. This is in an ideal world, this is not how you handle this. You feel what I'm saying? This is not how you handle this. This is a toxic display. But, you know, I always talk about my lived experience. Sometimes you gotta pop. Sometimes I'm just telling y'all in my life what I have experienced when people are bullying me, when people are making jokes and they take stuff too far in my life, when I pop somebody, when I go off and I be violent, it feels like motherfuckers only listen to violence because that's when it stops or minimizes to a tolerable level. When anytime I've been in school, anytime I've been in a scenario, if I pop off, I got for the rest of the year, I'm not having nobody fuck with me. Or it's very, very minuscule. Like it's silent. They wait till I get far away to call me a faggot. When I walk past, it's a silent little giggle behind the back. It's nothing direct and in my face. Look at this faggot. It's nothing like that. It's a load. I walk past and everybody gets silent, and then when I'm a couple of feet away, then it's a giggle, a roar of laughter. I don't hear nothing though. It's that type of stuff. I can tolerate that because that's really let me know y'all hoes. But soon as I pop, it just stops altogether or minimizes. And so it's hard for you to tell somebody like me that violence is never the answer. Because if the goal is to get it to stop or minimize it to where I can handle it, violence always does that for me. Why can't they listen when you talk to them or tell them it's bothering you? Because they are childish and they get cool points. Coco, like if I don't care. I've been in this situation. I've been in a situation when I was in school where we had sit down and talks to people who was bothering me. It didn't help. It didn't stop it because what people don't get. Well, I think people get it. They just ignore it. What people don't get is when a person is telling jokes about somebody, and I don't think that this is the Oscars is not a good scenario, but this is how it makes me feel, what it dredges up when I see these type of situations. Because these are human beings, and while the context is different, jokes can still affect them as human beings. Because Jada, when you look at her face, she didn't find it funny. But what these people are doing, maybe I don't want to talk. I'm not saying that this is Chris. I'm not saying this is Chris. Different scenario. But in the real world, sometimes they are just trying to get other people to laugh at your expense. They're trying to get that energy. That's a boost for their ego and a boost for their image. Let me make John, my homies, John, and Junebug and da 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 da. These people around, and maybe Kelly because I got a crush on her. Let me make them laugh at the faggot. Let me make them laugh at the tranny. Let me make them laugh at the retarded boy. Let me make them laugh as a disabled dude. Let me make them laugh at the nerd. So I can uplift my own ego and status amongst these people because they fucking followers and fucking stupid idiots too. And I'm speaking from a high school standpoint, but this is adult too. I've seen this in adult situations. You know, people do it, and there is some social capita that happens when it comes to bullying and teasing and joking about people. There's social capita that comes to these people for it. And in my experience, when I beat your ass, and even if I don't beat your ass, when I pop you, when I fight you, because I ain't never been in no fight where a motherfucker just kind of just mollywopped me. I've never been in a fight like that. But plus, I don't fight fair. So if I have any fear, which is usually the case, if I have any inkling that you might be able to beat me, especially if I'm fighting dudes, I'm starting from the gate off the top at 15. I'm macing you. I'm picking up something and busting you in the head. I'm taking a tray and bashing your teeth. I'm doing all of these things I've done. I'm doing these things to disadvantage you because I know the image, even if you can whoop me physically, like physically you can overpower me. If I can make you bleed, if I can make you, like if I can get some really good motherfucking blood drawing hits from you, I know that the image in people's mind is that I either beat you or it was a draw. And that's all I need for me. That's all I need. Because you beating me, I'm the weak little gay, little tranny, faggot, da 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 da. People automatically, this is if I'm fighting dudes, people automatically think you're going to beat me. So all I got to do is make it seem like I either beat you or I got you real good. So if you leaking, it's beautiful. The results are beautiful to me, and that's been my lived experience. If I can, you know, and I'm starting at 15, especially if you like one of them big old dudes that I feel like I know I can't go hands up with you. Like if I know I can't go hands up with you, and I now there have been some people that I could, because I wasn't as big as I am now, but I was smaller and faster, so I can just kind of I can get with them, boom, 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 boom. But it's some dudes, because they did all of the fucking they doing all the sports. I ain't never been in sports. They doing all this stuff. They're physically bigger and stronger than me. So I have to come out the gate fighting unfair and sneaking you. Like I've never been a person, like we were talking about sneaking earlier. I ain't never been a person that fight niggas heads up. Never. You can call me a punk, a coward, whatever. If I gotta be like, oh, I'm gonna calm down and wait till you least expect it and bash you in your head with a tray, or calm down, wait till you least expect it, get some mace and spray you, beat you with a bat. That is not above me at all. I'm doing it. Because I'm also one of them people that there are no rules in love and war. And when we are in war, these chivalry, you should be hands up. You should be what? The fuck? Okay. I'm supposed to fight this big 6'4" ass nigga calling me a faggot that's been playing football all his life. Yeah, okay. That's cool. All right. You stick with those rules. Me, I'm gonna stick with my rules. I'm gonna show you how to do this thing because I have to disadvantage him, and I'm going to do it. And I'm not gonna feel no kind of way. I'm never fighting some man, some dude. I am never, ever fighting some dude fairly. You already have the disadvantage. You already have the advantage because you've been doing dude stuff all your damn life, football and basketball and running around, horse playing and wrestling. That wasn't me. I was playing with dolls, going fishing, riding my bike. I wasn't doing all that stuff. I'm not about to fight no nigga heads up fairly at all. If you want to fight, fights aren't fair. Fights are not fair. And this fight, if I fight you heads up, you already have the advantage. So this fight is already not fair. Even if I do it up front, even if I do it up front, I'm the weak one. So it's already not fair. You're fighting somebody weaker than you. So I need to balance things out. I'm not about to fucking, yeah, right. Also a lesson I learned. My mama, when I was younger, my mama used to have the rule. Because I told her people would be bothering me, calling me faggots and calling me da 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 da. And my mother had the rule was if I got suspended for fighting and the other person hit me first, I wouldn't get in trouble. So that was her rule. She said if they hit you first and you defending yourself, you won't get a whooping, you won't get in trouble. So she's setting me up. So I literally gotta wait for a motherfucker to hit me so I won't get in trouble at home. And I did that for in my younger years, like elementary. But baby, I think I was like 13 and I got in a fight with this girl named Chrissy. And this bitch, until that point, she hit me the hardest I had ever been hit by anybody. That kind of hit that make you see the little flying little stars that I only thought was because cartoons. I thought that was the cartoons making a joke. No, when the motherfucker hit you in the right spot in your face or in your head, you see them little light things. I ain't never been hit that hard. And it was a girl. So I was like, child, oh no, baby. From that moment on, as soon as it get heated and I feel like some popping going on, I'm popping. I am not letting no motherfucker get the first lick. I stopped doing that years ago. And me and my mama laughed about it years later. I was like, your ass was setting me up to get whooped. It been many times I've seen people get in a fight, and just because that one hit was real good, that one first hit was real good, everybody said that person won the fight. Even though they was after the hit, they was slamming and bashing this person all over. Just because that one first hit was a good one, oh, they beat you up. They bashed you. No, you is not about to get the first lick off of me. I'm about to get you right together. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because I'm trying to make you bleed. That's my goal. My goal is to make you bleed. Because you ain't gonna make me bleed. I ain't had nobody ever make me leak on a 1-on-1. So I'm trying to make you bleed so it can look like you got wore out. Even if it was like an even. But anyway, I'm never fighting fair. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of. The bullying when people say it's just a joke. No, things are not a joke for everybody. Hmm. If I can reach you to pop you, you too close. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Now, I know if I was in Chris' scenario, this is also a thing about me. Everybody ain't cut like Chris. Because I don't care what is going on. I don't care what scenario. I don't care what it is. I cannot take somebody hitting me. Period. I can take somebody calling me a name. I can take somebody disrespecting me way more easily. I want to say like 70-30. The chances of you, like, say if I was in that scenario where Chris was, and I'm at work and I'm trying not to lose my job and blah, 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 blah. You got about a 70-30 chance, 70% chance that I can handle this with words. Like if you say something disrespectful with words, it's a 70-30 chance that I might pop you, especially depending on your proximity to me. Like CO said, if you close enough for me to pop and you calling me a bitch or you calling me a faggot or you in my vicinity, like close, like you coming up on me, and you with words, I'm probably you in that range where I'm probably gonna bash you. But if you somewhere else, you walking away and you calling me names, yeah, I could walk away from that. But once some blows have been thrown, like once you hit me, all bets are off. Like I can't deal with the physical part. I feel like I can deal with the verbal, like the jokes, and I can deal with that. I feel like I can deal with that. But the physical part, once Will had came up and actually connected with me and hit me, all everything is off. We gonna have to go ahead. We gotta go with it. Yeah, I would have picked up. I was something. He would have felt me. And the fact that Will just turned around and walked off, like you ain't gonna do nothing. I'm turning my back on you. I would have motherfucking last dragon kick jumped Luke Kane. Boom, that motherfucker off the fucking stage. I would have wore him out. I would have got him right together. Yeah, it just would have been a whole different scenario. I just couldn't, because I can't take somebody hitting me. I can take words. I feel like I can take words. Yeah, I feel like I can take somebody's words and them talking shit. Like, nah, get your pussy ass out of here. I feel like words. I built up a thick skin for somebody disrespecting verbally, to where if I'm in a business professional situation, I'll be able to handle it. I'm like, all right, see me when we done, when we off the clock, baby. I might say something like that. Yeah, you can call me whatever you want, but we in you trying to do this in the space of my work. Like, yo, let's handle this somewhere else. Let's see you do that somewhere else. You doing it here, you kind of put me in a bind where I'm messing up my money. Let's go somewhere where ain't no money involved and see if you do that. I'm probably gonna talk like that. But an actual physical hit, yeah, it's over for you. It's over, buddy. Any kind of self-control is out of the window for me. It's something about when people hit me that my rage just says it just comes out. What's that? Yeah, it's just a rage that yeah. Your Twitter these days got me. Yeah, when live stuff happen, I'm usually talking about it on Twitter. So if y'all have Twitter, make sure you follow me. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else was quite interesting about it? Um, yeah, it definitely was a toxic masculine display of violence. That is what it is. It's wrong, but people don't, especially black men. Like, look at the responses of black men. They don't protect black women a lot. And so when you see it, for me, I'm not saying that it's wrong, it's right. But when you see it, it does something to my little soul, my little spirit. It makes me feel like that's a black king right there. I'm not saying it's right, but it made me feel good. It didn't make me feel like nothing negative. It didn't make me feel nothing negative for Will. It didn't change my image of Will other than let me see. So this is what I said on my friend's thing. I said I feel proud of him. The same pride I felt when he did the right thing and made up with Janet Hubert, I felt the same pride in this situation. And they were the opposite things. One was violent, toxic masculine. One was tender and caring and trying to give her her moment and be forgiving and be forgiven by this black woman that you wrong. And so for me, I felt pride for both of them. You're defending your wife, and you I felt literally the same emotional feelings, like different scenario, but the same emotional feelings. I felt the same thing. Um, it didn't make me embarrassed to be black because I don't associate one individual black person's actions with all black people. I know black people are not a monolith, and like I said before, I think it's racist. If you think that one black person's actions reflect us all, you are a racist and anti-black. Period. 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 I don't care who you are, white, black, whatever. Because, as I will repeat, white people have the privilege of being individuals. They have the privilege of, they can go shoot up a church. They can go bomb a whole building. They can do whatever they want, and it's not a reflection of them. They can fucking enslave a whole people, and it's not a reflection of them. They can do fucking surgeries on, go to a country and do surgeries that make women not have babies as experiments, and it don't reflect all of them. They can do the most egregious shit, and they just have the freedom of saying, "Oh, those are just bad times." They have the freedom of saying, "We want to make America great again, like back then," and it not reflect them as evil. Fuck. They still get to be, "Ah, you know, I'm not Ku Klux Klan racist. Those people don't exist anymore. That's not who I am. I get to come to the Women's March with my pink pussy hats because I'm not Ann Coulter. I'm not Anita Bryant. I'm not Phyllis Schlafly. I'm not them. I'm not the Daughters of the Confederate. I'm not that kind of white. That's just the those are extremists, you know. They get the luxury of, that's them. We're the I'm the good white. Can I touch your hair? I'm the good white. Oh, let me call the police because you're a little too close to me. Bird watching black man in the middle of Central Park. It's a black man. A black man is harassing me while I'm trying to walk my dog. But I'm not that. I'm not those other kind of people. I'm just a citizen, a concerned citizen. Why are you barbecuing at this public park? You're not supposed to barbecue. Oh, It does reflect on all of us. No, it don't, child. If you, I don't know if you white, Elizabeth, but if you're white, it doesn't reflect on all of y'all. Y'all have the luxury of being the good white. Y'all can separate yourself to other people, especially. Definitely, definitely. Situation with y'all should be, you should be. That don't mean that that is you're going to be held accountable for that responsibility. Should be, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that what else do I have to say about that? Um, I don't know. I felt proud of him. I felt like, yeah, this is great. Um, People were saying that he was disempowering Jada, and Jada can take care of herself, and da 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 da. I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't think of him as disempowering her at all. Jada is Jada wasn't going to go up there and slap Chris Rock. Jada was going to eat that joke. You can tell how she was doing. Jada was going to eat it, just like Chris ate that slap. Jada was going to eat that joke. Jada was going to sit there, uncomfortable, offended, and eat it. And Will said, she shouldn't have to eat this. She shouldn't have to eat this. I'm gonna do something to take the edge off. And here they go right after her leaning in, her leaning into Will's head tenderly. Yeah, I love that. I love that moment. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that moment. She seemed to be just fine, but I'm telling y'all, I know violence is not the answer in an ideal world, but sometimes motherfuckers only listen to you when you pop them. Thank you. I got these paintings at Ross. I got this one at Ross. I got this one at Ross, but her skin was too light. It was like it looked like a white woman kind of in African garb or something. So I had to take my makeup paint, and put it on her, and I had to. Um, Her eyes was blue too. I don't know what the fuck they was giving, but I had to take some brown paint too and put it in her eyes. She was giving too much. She was giving too biracial, and so I had to have it, make it look like something that was more acceptable in my eyes. But she's cute now to me. And she was already brown and cute. I had to do nothing to her. She was already brown. And she has sparkles. She has, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but she has cute sparkles all over here, all over her hairdress and in her earrings. Like this, like lines of sparkles. It's so cute. Isn't she cute? I love her. Oh. Let's see. I say that to say Will's competence in understanding how to be a partner, how to relate to women in general has elevated. I believe his relationship with Jada assisted in that growth. They're real brave in their relationship to each other, poly in each other's corner, each other's back. And I think if you listen, the thing of that's another thing how idiotic some of the people who are bringing up August Alsina, is that how you say his name? August Alsina, August, who are bringing up Tupac and August. You, if you only watched the the Jada situation unfold from the status of just like the internet and the blogs and tweets and shit, then you don't get the context. You don't get the context of Will and Jada's relationship. Like you need to watch them talk about their growth and what they went through from the beginning of their marriage to now. And there's like I think it's like 3 episodes of Red Table Talk where well, I mean maybe two, where two, about him as a father, about him as a husband, the growth from herself, the growth from him. Like you get the context of how they got to where they are. And one of the concepts is both of them, Will hated the fact that he got divorced from his first son's mother, Cherie. And then Cherie and Jada had a little clash or whatever. and Cherie comes on and talks about their relationship and how they grow and the years that it took to get to the point to where they are now. And in that conversation, how Will played a part in forcing them to be fucking adults because these are my children and y'all ain't going nowhere. And y'all got to figure it out. And I don't want to get involved with y'all figuring it out. And that whole scenario and just so much and how her and Will said we're not getting. Will was like her too. She was like, I'm not leaving him. I'm not leaving him. Like I don't care what needs to happen. Our lives is too connected, and what we could be on the same property in 2 different houses if we got to figure it out that way. However, we need to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, even if we're not officially having sex or not officially together in that capacity. But we're not getting a divorce. And Will said the same thing. I'm not divorcing her. I'm not divorcing. We're going to figure it out. And I feel like as the years went on, they said we're going to have some fun and do our thing. You go do your thing, I'll go do my thing. And this is conversations that they have had, poly conversations. I don't know. The joke was pretty tame to me. The joke was pretty corny. He's talking about an old ass 1992 movie. It was kind of corny. So it's not that it was tamed, and I don't think it was an intolerable joke because I think, like I said, I think Jada would have ate it up. Like she would have just kind of left it. But I think what you don't understand, not what you don't understand, but what people don't understand, corny and outdated. Yeah, I think it was stupid. But her situation with her hair is a process, is a new process. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like Jada has been talking about losing her hair for probably about 5 years now. And she's just now getting to the point where she's accepting it. And you know how you can say out of your mouth, I don't care what people think, but she still be on fucking Red Table Talk crying about losing her hair. So it's still a sensitive spot to her. You get what I'm saying? She's, you talk that self-care, I don't give a fuck about what people think, but every time you talk about this, your eyes is watering up. So it's still a tender spot. And she's talked about it and she's gotten, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that people were talking about. Like, well, he didn't know about her circumstance. No, he didn't. But we do, people who follow her, people who follow Jada, we know the sensitive. She did a whole. It's probably been like 3 fucking hair shows, or 3 moments where she has brought up her hair in deep, thoughtful ways about losing it. Did a whole show where women with cancer or with other ailments had to shave off their heads. She's a Black woman. Hair is important. That. And of all people, Chris, who did the Good Hair documentary, he should know. He should know better. So that was just quite strange. It's like, I think that there was more to it. It wasn't just that joke. It was, you know, Good Hair was not good. That too. And it's and this is another thing. I don't want it to be like, oh, you can't joke about nothing. I do think you can joke about something. I do think that jokes are jokes. I do think that jokes are jokes. But I do think that there are consequences to jokes. I do think that how people take your joke is going to be different in different circumstances. And in the same circumstances, 2 different people could take it differently. And you're not going to be exempt from consequences, bruh. You not, if you choose to make a risque, controversial joke, then there are going to be consequences. It's like the Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle can talk about trans people all he wants. He can do it. But that don't mean trans people are not going to react, or trans people are just going to sit there, are just going to sit there or hear about it and not say nothing. You can say what you want. You can talk. It's your show. It's like same thing with RuPaul. RuPaul can make all the rules he wants. I don't want trans people on my show doing drag. He can make that rule because it's his show. That don't mean we not gonna say nothing about it. How you erasing us from the artistry of drag? That don't mean we not gonna say nothing. You can do what you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. That doesn't mean that people are not gonna respond to you in a negative or positive or whatever nonchalant way, whatever. Some people are gonna be indifferent about it. And some people are gonna be like, enrages me. I want you canceled. I want you held accountable for this rage. He didn't pay a good writer. That was an insult to injury. But actually, he didn't. He has said that wasn't a the producer have said that wasn't a planned joke. That wasn't a written joke. That was him off the cuff, making a joke up on his own. You can do what you wanna do and live in color. Yes, I love that song. Like comedy means you're above consequences. Yeah, that's so weird to me. Yeah, that's so weird to me. No, people are gonna respond to your shit. This denim dress. Y'all see this little denim dress? It's so cute. When I be sitting down, it be looking like I'm just a blob of fat, but honey, I do got a little shape, baby. Damn. Mm, 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 mm. When I be sitting down, it be looking like I'm just a Blobber. It be looking like, honey, I'm just giving you biscuit. But what I said, that's because I'm sitting on this chair. It's giving just sit. I don't know, it's giving something. But when I stand up, you can get into, get into my shape, honey. I do kind of got a waistline, honey. It does. It gives a little something. I got to figure out how to make it look like something. It does give Ursula when you sit down. Exactly. It's giving. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me well a witch. I be looking, I be like, God, why I look so, you know. But that's the fat phobia coming out, and I don't want to give all that. Be like, girl, why your shape ain't showing? Why are they giving what it's supposed to give? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh God. But let me think. What other conversations that I heard about? Um, yeah, I just don't think jokes is that. I remember seeing and even feeling the embarrassment of a comedian seeing someone not laughing at their jokes. So the whole, but you were laughing shit, it wasn't trying to get roasted. That too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that too. That is an interesting point. I have seen comedians get angry, fighting angry for people not laughing at their jokes. Did you already talk about Jim Carrey? No, I didn't talk about Jim Carrey because I really don't care about white people's opinion of the circumstances. They don't have the range, and especially a dude that got popular riding the coattails of black people, that has admitted that that white people wouldn't even give him a chance and black people did, and his career was springboarded from black people's platforms. So who cares? Have you commented on Zoe Kravitz yet? I don't need to comment on Zoe. They are reading her down. I think there is this. Do I want to say that? I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I might say something problematic. Enough people are dragging Zoe. As they should be. As they should. There's you know, it's you know. There's some yeah, when you get yourself dragged, it is what it is. But there's a level of Zoe, now girl, they waiting to get you. They've been waiting to get you. Because of you, because it's you, they've been waiting to get you. So sometimes you gotta just sit. You should what what you call it say? Um Tiffany Pollard, you should have just sat there and ate your motherfucking food. You should have just sat there and been quiet. You should have just sat there and be quiet. Just sit and be quiet, baby. Because some girls, because of their social capital, motherfuckers is waiting to drag you, baby. Every chance they get, they're waiting to drag you, waiting for you to fall off your pedestal so they can throw tomatoes at you. Waiting. And you gotta I saw this with what's her name? Um God, first Miss America. Vanessa Williams. It's certain things, it's certain moments that, they're just waiting for you to get just waiting for you to get dragged, baby. Waiting for a chance to throw you under the bus. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar article response made me roll my eyes so hard, Carrie. So hard. Kareem, sweetie, you have been a hotep late, rude, stupid nigga. Get out of here. Get out of here. Kareem child, always. Didn't Gail also condemn Will? I don't know. I didn't hear about Gail. Child, I don't think that they're condemning Will. I think some people are condemning the violence, and I get it. I get it. I get that. But I think, like I said, I think it comes from because I come from a different um it comes from a different even OJ chimed in. Yeah, I think some people are just I think it's a lot of people that got a lot of audacity. I, I just, it's just a lot of people have a lot of audacity. Audacity. If they ain't got nothing else. Wanda Sykes says she deserves an apology too. Oh, child. Yeah, part of me is like, child. Alec Baldwin need to worry about his case. What is his case about? I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's wife. Beyonce performance was outstanding. Wasn't that beautiful? Just the visual of all them being in that tennis ball green, and they're doing it at the court that they used to play on in Compton. See, this is why Beyonce is Beyonce. This is why Beyonce is the new Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson of her era. This is why Beyonce is Beyonce. This is why she is who she is. She is the Diana Ross. She is that. She is the one right now. Like, everything about it was fire. It was fucking beautiful. The color, where it was, it just was the motherfucking supreme. Like, she is no longer she she is a cultural icon. What Beyonce, she is the moment. Yeah, she is that girl. She is the one. She is now just creating these moments, these cultural moments. Like, when we were watching We were watching. Yeah, Wanda Sykes saying she deserves an apology. Get out of here. I'm gonna say this. This is petty, I know, but honey, you tipping into the situation with your white wife. Apologize to us about that. How about that? But anyway, that's me being petty. But yes, back to Beyonce. This is just what you making us all look bad. Bad witch. The lesbian bad witch of the white wife. Get out of here. You get fat. Well, you get famous. Over there chucking a job with your white wife and your white kids. No, that is horrible. I'm just being messy. I like being petty. Amy Schumer, girl, get out of here. I lost respect for Amy Schumer when she didn't step up and support Monique. If you gonna be a performative white woman, bitch, perform that. Show me. You got your coins. You upgraded your coins. Help her upgrade. Be a performer. Come on, perform. Stand behind her. So once she did not, I didn't fuck with Amy Schumer no more. Fuck you. Same thing, Maxwell. I didn't really like the song like that. Well, vocally, like it's the vocal harmony arrangements is sickening, and the way she shifts in the her runs and where she plays her lead vocal on in the chord progressions is kind of sickening. Like, like if you know the intricacies of music, Beyonce sings the fuck out of that song. Like there's some things that she do in her placement of her lead vocals within the harmonies of the song that you like, what are you doing, Beyonce? This is sickening. Yes. But as far as a bop, it's not a bop. Musically, it's a fucking masterpiece. It's beautiful. Musically, it is. But as far as a bop that that's gonna top the charts, no. But if you into music and you hear certain things when she says and there's a harmony change where her lead vocals is hitting different spots of the chord. Whoo! That you like, this is difficult to do. This isn't, that's why that's why when people, how do I explain this? There are some intricacies to music that you have to be a musician to understand, especially a vocal musician or like anybody who plays instruments. And so some people, that don't mean you get what I'm saying? There's some, anybody can like music. Anybody can like how music sounds. Oh, I like this song. This song is cute. Anybody can can critique a song. But there's a reason why when somebody calls Brandy the vocal Bible, a layman person who doesn't know how difficult what Brandy does is wouldn't know. Like they'd be like, Brandy, what? She's not doing what Jennifer Hudson does. She's not doing what these other girls that I think that are good singers, because she's not hollering and screaming in a certain way, because they associate that with singing. You're not understanding the intricacy of what Brandy does. And I think Beyonce when people's talking about Beyonce's voice and singing ability, sometimes Beyonce be in that category too, where anybody who says Beyonce can't sing is because they're not a singer, or like you might not like her voice. We're not talking about your preference and taste of voice. We're talking about the skill of singing, the skill of being able to hold a note, be on key, harmonize, run in rhythm, in time, and make it go along with the harmonies that's happening. There is a skill that comes with that talent. And if you think that Beyonce doesn't have her craft mastered, no. She may never be on the level of a Karen Clark Sheard in some way, on the level of, you know, Aretha in that kind of whatever that they do. But if you're saying Beyonce can't sing, it's because you don't know shit about singing. And that's just on Beyonce ain't my favorite. She's not my favorite singer. There's tons of people that can out sing Beyonce. But saying she can't sing is ludicrous. That's because you don't know nothing about music. And she stays in her lane and it works for her. You are totally right. Musically, it's beautiful and the meaning. Then she performs on the Compton tennis court they trained on. Then the camera pans out showing you the neighborhood. Lord, I lost it. It was beautiful. Absolutely. It is that. That is what makes her a icon. These moments, these moments for her. Yeah, these moments. It's moments like this that makes her an icon. Bia is running for the best technicians of her generation. What does that mean? Explain that. Right, her tone isn't Whitney or Mariah, but those vocal acrobatics are very much on par or better. Or better. No, she may not have Whitney's tone, um, but uh, when it comes to agility, there are certain things that Whitney can't do. There are certain things that Mariah can't do. And there are certain levels that, you know, arguably she's better than them. Not tone, because I think Whitney's tone is gorgeous. And she's nowhere near that. But you know. Um well, I love how Beyonce minds her business. She stays out of literally everything. If she had the energy for a master class, a lot of stuff we need to take it. Come on. I know that's real. Just her understanding of her instrument, her willingness to stretch it responsibly. Yep. And there's some people who sing, it's just a natural. You think Janet is one of the great singers? No, I don't think that she's one of the great singers. I think Janet is one of the great dancers. I think I think Janet uses her instrument well. Um, I think her vocally, she's Janet. She's very unique. Um, in regards to that, and she uses it for her, like perfectly for what she does. But where Janet peaks, I think, is her choreography and her images. I don't nobody do an image uh other than maybe like Madonna, maybe. Don't nobody switch their image up like a motherfucking like a Janet. Like Janet and Madonna go neck and neck. Madonna will give you a whole new look on a new album, like a theme. Like Human Nature don't look like such and such and such. Janet will give you something totally different. But yeah, Janet, I like Janet's imaging and her and her dancing is fire. But her voice is not. It's not. She know how to use what she got. I'm not going to see Janet for her to give me, chill bumps from singing. No. Yeah, you don't nobody fuck with Janet's sex songs. Janet's sex songs. Janet always got a nasty sex song on the album, baby. Yeah, I love Janet's music. Yeah, I do too. Janet got bops. Bops, like good song, good fire ass song. Hmm. She does. I love Sade, but I know her range is limited. Yeah, like it's some people who Sade is her tone. We don't go to Sade for runs. We don't go to Sade for power and holla and screaming. We go to Sade for her smooth tone. It's like Tony Braxton. It's like we like I, Tamar will sing when we talk about singing in range and acrobatics. Tamar will sing Tony under a table, but I prefer Tony's voice. Tamar will technically sing Tony under a table because Tamar has range. She got the acrobatics, but she does not have that silky chocolate satin voice that Tony got. And I don't care what Tamar does, I prefer Tony's. And that's just a taste thing. But technically, I know because I'm a singer, I technically know based on hearing Tamar that she can do more than Tony vocally. She can do more than Tony. Is Tony an alto? Yes. Contralto, right? Something. Yeah. Tony has Tony Tony has it's her tone, it's how it sounds. It's this first thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away. It's something about that deep chocolate husky, but it's not husky as in rasp. It's smooth. It's deep and smooth and still feminine and still whew, it's just perfect. Jennifer Hudson just has power. Power and a little bit of range. We call it a butterscotch voice in the South. Yeah, it's just her tone. And that's how Sade is. I'm not going to Sade for no runs. I'm not going to Sade for vocal acrobatics. Tamar voice is run of the mill. Yes, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. There's a couple of celebrity voices, like huge celebrity voices, that I think are run of the mill voices. And if I've said it before on this, but I'm not gonna say it again. But there's some top tier people that people think is number one vocalist that I think she is. It's not that I think she's run of the mill. It's that I think that she is. I think she came out at the right time, and she got the right people got a hold of her. But I just know some people that will sing her under the table. Yeah, it's just anyone can sound like Beyonce. I don't think that's true.
It's too much technical skill that's going on with Beyonce. Anybody can't sound like Beyonce, not to me. I think anyone can sound like Jennifer Hudson. I think anyone, her tone is kind of unique, so I don't want to say anyone can sound like her, but anybody can do some of the things that Fantasia does. Now, her tone is something about her tone that's kind of unique to Fantasia, but the hollering and the church girl, that kind of hollering that Fantasia does, I hear that in churches all the time. Yeah, no, I don't think that can sound. Beyonce has too much technical stuff. J Hud, the tribute queen. Yeah, Kelly Price got a standard church girl voice. Standard church girl voice. It not a little bit above standard. Like she is a good standard church girl voice. You get what I'm saying? A good one, not the basic church girl. She's a little bit above standard when it comes to skill and using her range. But there's many of church girls that sings like her. She shit. We gotta rest in peace, LaShawn Pace. All the Pace sisters sing like sing like Kelly Price or better. It's just something about a. What about Chrisette Michelle? She has a tone and she has agility. Chrisette is gonna give you some vocal runs and shit that is like woo, woo, that'll burn your eardrum. You like, oh shit. But she also has a versatility to where she can sound like something here and sound like something here. Um, she has it's just a way that Chrisette has. She has a versatility that she has. Um, Agreed. I know plenty of people sound like J Hud. We done got into musical stuff now. But yeah, I miss hearing all five Braxton girls sing. Rest in peace, Tracy. Yeah. Is Fiona the Firefly on Mass Singer? Oh, I don't watch Mass Singer. But Tiana has a good voice. Yeah, she has Chrisette has a very unique voice. Very. Um, yeah, I like Chrisette. One of my favorite Chrisette videos. There's a video where she is recording um I get so lonely. And it's like a live recording. And at the end of the video, she's like doing different versions of her voice. And she's like, okay, maybe I want to do it like this. And then she was like, well, I'm gonna do it like a crooner, like Anita Baker. And she started doing these fucking Anita Baker like runs and killing it. And I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. It's like, oh, she's killing it. And then she says, nah, I don't want to do it like that. Maybe I can do it like R. Kelly or something. And it goes, and she'll do like this. She's oh. She started doing these little R. Kelly runs, and then she'll do maybe I want to do it like Ella and start doing like this running shit. Oh, it's so good. Um, I just got here. My favorite vocalist, Kiki Wyatt, hands down. Kiki Wyatt, I'm biased a little bit. I grew up on her voice. Kiki is a runner. She can run her ass off. Um, and she can do people like, the videos that go viral are the ones where she's like hollering, like she's, you know, uh, running all the way down the range and hollering. But Kiki has way more than that. I know those are the ones that go viral, but her skill is deeper than she actually shows. She shows it sometimes. But what videos go viral for everybody is when she hollering and running and using her power and her running skills. That is um that is her agility, range, and um power is what makes Kiki good. I used to love Quentin Tarver. I used to oh I love that song by him. And dream about you. I love that song. That's my only song that I know about him. I don't know no other one, so I don't know whatever. Um, did I miss something? You know whose voice has been you know who voice I've been a fan of? Marsha Ambrosia. Them runs I cannot. Sometimes I like Marsha, but sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I'll be like, "Ooh, that sounded good," and then sometimes I'm like, "I don't like that." She's the one that got canceled for singing for Trump. Yes, she's the one that's Cochette Michelle. Um, Marsha Ambrosia is the one that used to be with Floetry from the UK. Let's hear Media Inc. No. Lord Candy sounds like she is sitting in front of a fan. It gives very choppy vocal, but Candy's voice works on certain songs. Are we talking about Candy from Escape? Candy sounds like she's fighting an anxiety attack. I can't with those shaky vocals. Candy got a good voice to ground a group. Yes. I think some people vote. I think some people's vocals are good enough to be in a group, but they're not good enough to be a solo artist. You know, because they can do certain songs that are like, ooh, I like how you sound in this song. Listen, Candy can sing now. She may not be the best, but she can hold a little tune. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think she can't sing. I just think people's certain voices are meant for groups. Oh my god, that remix, that's my shit. I always, for me, yes, I love that song. Um, I've been loving Jasmine Sullivan. Ugh, Jasmine is a beast. Oh, I love Jasmine. Like she's just one of the Jasmine is one of those singers that I mean, if you don't like Jasmine Sullivan, child, go sit down. Jasmine, her depth, her runs are so rhythmic. It's like almost like percussion. It's so mm, yeah, so good. So good, so good. Jasmine is so good. You know who I like and I think people sleep on her? Alice Smith. It's something about her voice that is like it's like a black Janis Joplin. It's like a I don't know. It's just Alice Smith is so good. Mm. I know you know who really love a good Erica Badu. Yes, I love Erica Badu. She has a very unique tone. Like Erica can most people can't mimic Erica's tone. Oh, I don't know. Did she? Jill Scott is a beast too. Jill Scott is somebody who I feel like really uses their instrument. Like she uses different colors of her voice to convey a song. Um, Love rain down, love rain down. Um, she just it just and then uh, sometimes she'll just give a it's just it's her voice just she know how to make the color of her voice fit a song that and it's perfect for it. She's just one of those people. I love her. I've heard Lion Babe. Lion Babe was one of the featured artists on the Winter Gala I hosted with the Transgender Cultural District. She was one of the featured artists, and me and T.S. Madison hosted it maybe 2 years ago. Was it a year ago? 2 years ago? I think in 2020, December of 2020. Yeah, about a year and a half ago. And Lion Babe was on the one of the main artist on the roster, and she sounded really good. So I like Lion Babe. I don't know if I would compare her to Erica, but maybe I get it. Kiki, Jasmine, Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Tamar, just got Erica out, Shirley Murdoch, just off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit and listen to Tamar Braxton. She is a good singer, but it's just something about her voice that it just does not move me. I'm not gonna sit through Jennifer Hudson. I like her, but she can sing, but I'm not gonna sit through it. Fantasia, I'm not gonna sit through a live show of hers, but I am gonna sit through an album, especially that first one. That first one was fire. Um, um, Jill Scott, I'm gonna sit through a live show. I'm gonna sit through an album. I'm gonna sit through anything Jill gives me on record. Erica, yeah, I love Shirley Murdoch. I like her old school stuff, and some of her she had a gospel album that I really liked. Um, yeah, I wish Lauren Hill would give us consistency. That's life, you know what's just going on. Yeah, when Screaming for Her Husband come on, I'm turning my TV down, child. No, I'm not gonna sit through that. Um, Opinions of Kelly Rowland. My opinion of Kelly Rowland is Kelly Rowland sounds like Beyonce without the technical ability. Um, and part of that is because they grew up together, of course. Um, I do not go to Kelly for music. I go to Kelly for Kelly's beauty. I follow Kelly because Kelly is one of the most gorgeous women on this earth. She is beautiful. Like, mm-mm. That's why she sounds so good with Beyonce. That's why I don't like Michelle. Why Michelle stands out in Destiny Child because she doesn't have that blend that Kelly has with Beyonce. It just doesn't match, and I don't like it. Tamar Jennifer don't move either. Don't move me either. No. Can Solange sing like Beyonce? No, she cannot. What I like about Solange is not Beyonce. Solange is not trying to be anybody but Solange, and she's just trying to create music that feels good to her, and she's gonna give you an artistic visual, and I like that about Solange. I can't say that I just love Solange's music. I just can't. But I love Solange's. She just got her own little vibe, and I love that. I love that she's not trying to, mimic, and never have tried to mimic Beyonce. Solange's music, fashion, and art, yes. Although they should have kept Latoya, the blend worked. Latoya's song was good. A stupid dog. Beyonce has a better catalog. Of course, they put more money and effort into Beyonce's career. To me, Whitney in her prime is eons above Beyonce. Whitney in her prime is eons above Beyonce. Vocally, Whitney is a soprano that just has a beautiful tone, just a beautiful she just has like this perfect. I found out what I've been missing. All it is on the run. It's just something about that era of her voice, that bodyguard back. Anything past bodyguard, throw it away. But first album, to Bodyguard. That Whitney is top tier Whitney. That is the Whitney that is undeniable. Like, it's the tone, it's the versatility, it's the control, it's the emotion, it's the selling a song. I love it. But vocally, I agree with you, but that's where it ends. Vocally, I agree with you. Eons, she slays Beyonce vocally in regards to her tone in that era. But showmanship, dancing abilities, ability to put on a show, ability to entertain you, Beyonce is eons above Whitney. Like, Whitney is a flat foot singer. She's gonna sit in front of a mic and sing. And that is a skill, talent. That is Whitney. Love it. Love it. But Whitney, I wouldn't go to Whitney for a show. I wouldn't pay to see Whitney in the show. I wouldn't. I would pay to see Janet in a show. Like, pay for a concert. I would pay for a Janet concert before I pay for a Whitney concert. Whitney is gonna sing you. You gonna sing, but I'm gonna hear that on the album or a live album. I'm not gonna go see that because you're gonna be up there singing cute. That's cute. I know you can sing, but you ain't gonna give me no show. It ain't gonna be no show. And so, whereas Whitney, yeah, prime Whitney is slays Beyonce. But Beyonce is not only going to give you a sickening vocal, not it's not going to be if Whitney is a 10, it's not going to be a 10. It's not going to be Whitney. But Beyonce going to give you an 8. Beyonce going to give you a 7, 8. But she going to give you a 15 showmanship. Beyonce is a mix of Janet and Whitney. Yeah, like if you take Janet, if Janet is a 10 dancing, take it down to a 9, a 8, and if Whitney is a 10 singing and take it down to the 8, you got Beyonce. Because Janet's entertainment value is, I think, above Beyonce's to me. And Whitney's singing is above Beyonce. But if you take them down and put them together, then you have Beyonce. Because Beyonce is like her entertainment is just, she's just one of them people. She's one of them people that's gonna give you a fucking show. She's one of those stars, those entertainers. Like, I have enough all around to entertain you. The Michaels, the Janets, the Madonnas. Madonna don't have a voice, no. But Madonna's gonna give you a show. Those like overall entertainers, like, I'm gonna give you my voice displayed in a way that's sickening. But also Beyonce, but no, she's not Whitney, but Beyonce can sit in front of a mic and sing to you and deliver a song to you, baby. Lord, Madonna in her prime was that girl. Yeah, Madonna, you can't take away from her artistry. Madonna's impact. Honey. Madonna was that girl, honey. She wasn't. She wasn't nobody to play with, child. You can't take away from the girl. I just watched the Dream Girls the other day. I think all three of those girls, Beyonce, Jennifer, and Anika, sound good together. I do too. I think they all sound great. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Yeah, you hear it. Beyonce sings. Um, yeah, she's good. Not without reproach, but but anybody who says she can't sing, they're just hating. Not only is B entertaining, but she's has some bangers. Best Beyonce album for me is B Day. The Beyonce album for me is Four. There's other ones that I like, but it's something about Four that spoke to my soul. There's something about the lyrics in Four. I felt like she was feeling what I was feeling because me and Beyonce same age, and I think when Four was happening, we were going through a shift, honey. We was going through a shift, baby. What's the album? What's on B Day? Is that Green Light? What is on B Day? What is on B Day? What's all the songs on B Day? Green Light, Deja Vu. That's my second. That's my second. B Day is like my second. Kitty Cat, Irreplaceable. Yeah, that's my second. When she did all them videos for Green Light and Freakum Dress. Yeah. Yeah. I did like that album. I did like the album. But it didn't touch me lyrically like like um like Four. Vocally and lyrically, I think she was better. The bops, B Day had the bops. The bops is like, I want you to play these in the club. B Day had the bops, but vocally and lyric choices, song choices. Come sit on my lap. Comes, yeah. See those that ain't Sugar Mama ain't, that ain't no. That's just a bop. It's like, yeah, B Day had bops. That's where if I'm gonna put B Day on and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be at the club, get my life. Um, but Four, I'm hearing the vocals of Beyonce. Not that she didn't give vocals on motherfucking um B Day either. Cause I laugh when people were like, Beyonce can't sing. I'd be like, well, let me hear your fave. Well, not just your fave. Who do you think can sing? Great. Let me hear them do the intro to Countdown. The intro run. Let me hear them do it. Cause that's not an easy run. It sounds like it could be, but do it. Do it sounds like it sounds like it's easy to do, but do it. Show me you can do it. It's way more complicated than it sounds. Way more complicated. Do it. Let me hear her. Let me hear your fave. Do it. There are some things that she does, but I'm like, this is she. This is not easy. Even the run on the climax of Crazy in Love. Um that climax on the bridge, even that, like, do it on key. Don't go all over the place. Do it. Who is texting me, darlings? What time is it? Oh, it's 2:15. I love Black is King. I just love the artistry of Black is King. There's some good vocals on there too. Mariah in her prime could do it, but I'm gonna say that because I'm a lamb. No, she couldn't have. But there are some things that Mariah could do that Beyonce can't do. In her prime, Mariah, if just go back and look at the Unplugged, the MTV Unplugged. I bought that the other day just so I could listen to it. Mariah was fucking popping notes with fucking ease. Mariah was coming, just that motherfucker. That what's the one song? What's the song? Emotions. When she was like it, just think again, 'cause I want need your love. Now that's Kelly Price. Need your love anymore. And in this song, that song, Mariah is no. I don't remember the while she is doing these songs, Mariah is popping these fucking notes with ease. And just running and hitting these notes, whistle register notes and just hitting them on key, clear, crisp, boom. That's the prime Mariah that I loved back in the day. That was that. Woo! That was when Mariah was like, ooh, that era of Mariah. Now I did like the Butterfly era of Mariah, but Butterfly, that's when I fell in love with Mariah's pen game. That the Butterfly album, that's when that's when she gave me what I needed. Yeah, no sweat. She would just like it was nothing. Like now, it looks like it's some effort that needs to be put in it to give us that. But back then, Mariah would be sitting there laughing. Boop. Boop. Right. Yeah, she needs her tea. She needs her rest and her tea now. But back then, Mariah would just be pushing it, just wearing it out, just sickening. I lived for it. Oh, I don't know. Acapella session with her and the boys to me, and it's everything. Yeah, this was all of that era to me. This was where I fell out of love with Mariah was and this is one of her number one songs. Um, "Dun, dun, dun, not to believe, come back, baby, please. We belong together." That era is when I fell out of love with her. That song, I like. It's a cute song, yes, of course, but I just didn't like that era of Mariah. Ever since then, I just didn't. It's Butterfly, eh, from Butterfly, all her career, Butterfly. Once Butterfly hit, anything past that, I don't like. Mm-mm. I love that color on your skin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a denim dress, just a regular light denim, a little dress. Well, that was a song of the decade. Yes, it is a great song. I just didn't like that. I think that song is where it ended. And I didn't like any more of the album. Um yeah, I didn't like any more. I don't like anything past Butterfly. Butterfly and before, oh, I'm a lamb. After I d- We Belong Together, I think just played out for me. It was just too big. It's one of them songs that's like, oh, child. I'm tired of hearing We Belong Together. um, so I get it. It's an undeniable song, but like falling, I keep on falling. Oh, child, shoot me now. As soon as I keep on falling. Yes, yes, like falling. Mm, Kanye was still Kanye. Yeah. Break down. Steady breaking me on down. That wasn't Butterfly. That was. I thought the breakdown wasn't on the Butterfly album. I don't know. I thought breakdown was on the Butterfly album. Yeah, I like all of the Butterfly and be anything Butterfly or before. That's when I was a Mariah fan. When I was a lamb, Butterfly and before. Anything Butterfly and before. Lamb, 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 lamb. Tattooed on my arm. In the 90, from 90 to 2000, glitter, glitter. That was like her flop. Glitter. Like 90 to 2000 Mariah is I'm a lamb. Put it on my arm. I, 2000 I'm getting it lasered off, but 90 to 2000 is on lamb. Lamb. Put it on me. 2000 was Rainbow Heartbreaker. Yes. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ah, mm-mm. Rainbow glitter. Yeah, glitter is her flop area. No, y'all. Mm-mm. Glitter, no. Heartbreaker, no. Mm-mm. No. 2000 back. Glitter came out 9/11. That wasn't her fault. Okay, we can give all the excuses. That is a big impactful day. That's true. Yeah, I get it. I understand, but still. Never too far, lover boy. Yeah, no. That's not for me. It wasn't anything after the Butterfly album. Anything after that, count me out. Count me out. It's a chop for me. It's a chop. Yeah. I'm sure she did some stuff that was amazing, but I didn't listen. Sis lost her marbles, but got it together, and she gave us Emancipation of Mimi. Yeah, she lost it, and then she came back, but I was already gone. It was gone. It's like when the trade come over and you are hype and ready for some action, and he does something stupid, and it's over. And he might try to do something that you live for, but you don't feel him no more. That's Mariah. It was like once she gave me glitter, once she gave me all that, I was done. One second, let me go get my drink. I'm thirsty. My Arnold Palmer. This is lemonade and sweet peach tea. Mm. Woo, praise the Lord. It's so good. Does Beyonce have a flop era? Oh God, does she? I really think Beyonce got one more good album in her. Lemonade singles didn't do so well. Is for a flop album? That's my favorite era. I think Beyonce got one more good album in her. One more. I think this is when she got to be done because you don't get past this era. This era is her flop era. Yeah, this is that moment. Um because if we let's compare her to Michael. So Michael had a peak in with Thriller, okay? And then Bad was like wham. Bad was like wham. And then he had Remember the Time. Wham. That era. Remember the Time. Wham. But then after Remember the Time, and well, Scream was like was that the same era? Maybe not. I don't know. But Scream was the last one that but I felt like Scream was a bam because it was Janet. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was like Janet, and it just was a bomb. But after that, he didn't really have nothing popping off. History wasn't popping. That was a flop. Like that Butterfly era was kind of a flop era. That that it was a cute song, but that Butterfly era wasn't hitting like Bad and Remember the Time and all them other eras. She got to drop it soon though because the industry is moving very fast right now. Albums don't marinate long anymore. Before people were listening to something else. This era was flop. History is with Scream, Butterfly, had my all. I just want to touch and kiss, and I wish that I could be with you tonight. Let me see. I think, and when we think about that HBO special, remember She said something about that during the interview. She was like, people don't do an album no more. They just drop in singles. So that kind of indicates that that she's getting annoyed because she come from the old guard. She come, we the same age. We 40, 41. There was a time when we came up that having a bomb ass body of work, an album, was the tea. She into something new now. Like it's CD album or yes. So you can tell from that song, that interview from the HBO special, you can tell she's frustrated with the Rihanna era. Because Rihanna giving you single. Now she's giving you nothing. She said, I'm giving you bra and panty and makeup, a billionaire. I'm giving you that. But in Rihanna's musical career, it was single. Ooh na na, what's my name? Ooh na na, what's my name? She was giving you, single after single after single after single. But that was the tea. That's you know. Oh, some of y'all haven't refreshed. Y'all talking about still talking about Mariah. No, Butterfly wasn't a flop. Glitter was a flop. But yes, you can tell it's kind of annoying. Esther was giving a lot of people some cute ass hits. She's like Sia. Sia was giving some people some cute ass hits too. And Mooney Long. I know her as Priscilla Renee because we from YouTube. But yeah, Sia was giving a lot of people some fire ass hits. Priscilla Renee was giving some people some fire ass hits. It was some writing ass motherfuckers out here. Who's the fat girl with the bald head? Writer? Can't remember her name. You listen to Tim's. Stacey Barth, yes, Stacey Barth, yes, that's her name. That's the fat girl with the bald head. She was out here writing songs for motherfuckers, hits, baby. Me too. Come on, that's some OG Priscilla Renee, baby. Guitar vocals, right? Who is Tim's? Let me see. That sounds familiar. Tim's. This song. I know the song Essence was WizKid with Tim's. That's the only song that I like. I haven't heard him enough to know if I like his songs with himself, but the songs I don't need no other body. That song is my shit. Y'all be getting into Adele. I do like Adele's voice, but I usually like her up tempos better. If Tim's a woman. Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of them. I just know that song that Tim's and WizKid. I'm not an Adele fan. I like Adele's tone. I usually like her up tempo songs. Um, I want to say I think we give Adele a lot of grace because she's a white soul singer. I think we give her a lot more grace than we give other people. But I won't say anything bad about her voice. I like her. I like it, but we do kind of give her more grace than deserve. Did you listen to Lucky Day's last album? No, I did not. I keep hearing their name popping up, so I might run into him. I love him, and he could get it. Yeah, I don't know him. Adele is overrated. I like the most recent Adele album. I have to be specific. Move for Adele. I really like Summer Walker. I do like Summer Walker. Um, I do like Summer Walker. I do. Yep, I do like her. Oh, I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty. Lucky Day. Let's see if he's fine. Is he fine? Um, he's not ugly. He's not fine to me, but he's not ugly. He cute. Yeah, if I saw him on the street, I'd be like, "Oh, he cute," but he's not what I consider fine. Yeah, I like his lips. He got there's something about the shape of his lips that I really like. But yeah, he's cute. Lucky Day. I'm loving Dave East's new album. Dave East is fine. I don't listen to Dave East music. I just like how he looked. And it's very rare that I like light skinned boys. Dave East is fine. Woo. That's a fine man. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, God, he's fine. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Shit, that's a beautiful man. Jesus, that's a beautiful man. How's it not zooming in? Gotta zoom. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's one of them dudes that I couldn't even be with you. I couldn't even be with a dude that fine. You gotta be regular. Being that fine, I'm like, I know bitches want to fuck you. And so I don't trust you. I don't trust you and I don't trust them bitches. Get out of here. I have you, but we could never be together. I'm too insecure for your level of fine. You 6'5" and you that fine. Bitches is doing pussy like this to you. Whatever you like. Here, have my vagina. Here, have it. Enjoy it. You 6'5" and you that fine. Come on now. Come on. Pussy is just being like rose petals on Coming to America. Do, 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 do. Pussy, 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 pussy. Booty hole, booty hole, booty hole, booty hole. Head, 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 head. Anything. It is being thrown at Dave. It is being thrown at him. So I would have zero trust. Zero. Zero. And bitches ain't even fucking them. You know how some bitches is fucking because, you know, they don't even like niggas just because they don't like you. Just because they don't like you. It'll be bitches who really like you. But girl, you know he fine. Like I got to get that. Like it just to have him on my record. Like it's not it's sis, I don't even it's not that I don't like you. I love you, Diamond Girl. You cool as fuck, but it's Dave. And I can only be like, you right. You right. That's why we gotta break up. We gotta break up because this is too much. It's too much for me. Yeah, definitely. Do, 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 do. I'm loving it. Somebody on my Twitter said the Smith family. The Smith family has quietly been amassing one of the most lethal fandoms in existence. In the last 24 hours, they have dragged out Hailey Bieber's N-word post. They have dragged out Jim Carrey's enabling his ex Fatal Attractions. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's son stabbing a 60-year-old man in the head, and more. And I didn't know about any of this. The sheer seismic force of "this is you, is this you?" post could sink a small island. This is so true. Like they are dragging it. What's going on in the man department? What does that mean, Joanna? Are you talking about me? I have no prospects of men because I am actually not interested in any relationship at all. I think relationships and men are too much work. I think the only joy that I gotta get out of them is their penis. And yeah, so I have fun with their penis when I need to have fun with their penis. But relationships, bringing somebody into my world, they would have to be so exceptional, and I don't think that person exists. Yeah, I just don't think the person I'm looking for exists. I think my standards have gotten too high, and my standards have gotten too high, and I am not willing to compromise them. You either meet me where I am or I'm not interested. It's not it's lowering my standards is not worth it. The relationship is not worth it anymore. It used to be when I was younger, it used to be, "Ooh, I have a man and he doesn't fit everything I want, but I have a man." Young me, that used to be fine. Older me, no. You either, and it's not like my standards are super high. Let me tell you what I want. So I want you to be gainfully employed, secure, like in regards to like money. You don't need to be rich, but you need to match me. And I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. Nowhere near. but I'm not living check to check either. I have a savings. I have I have enough money that if I want to buy a designer bag, one, not a bunch of them, one, I could buy the designer bag and I still have my rent money for next month. Now I can't keep buying designer bags, but I can buy one and then wait a little minute, and you know what I'm saying. Then I'll be able to stack up again, and I'm good. That's the kind of money that I have now. It's like if I want to go on a trip, if I want to go to Jamaica, if I want to go to I can spend whatever the amount of money to get to go on that trip, and I'm good. And I still have my rent money, still have my bills paid, and I can still go on a trip. Da da da. Now, can I go on a trip every month, every 2 weeks, every no? But I have enough money to where if I want to go on a trip this quarter of the year, I can go on a trip. I can't keep tripping, but then I can build myself back up to where the second quarter I can go on another trip. That's where I'm at. I'm comfortable. I'm not living check to check. And so I want a man that's like that. I want a man that is not, if I say, hey, I want to go to Hawaii in 3 months. You want to go? He says, yeah, I think I can make that work. I think I can make that work. And he pay for his own shit. I pay for my own shit. I want that type of man. Comfortable. You don't need to be rich, but comfortable enough, employed enough, financially secured enough to where if I want to do something, if we go to a restaurant, you can buy whatever you want on the menu. I can buy whatever I want on the menu. There is no restaurant in my vicinity that if I go in there, I can't buy whatever I want and it not hurt my wallet. That's the type of man I want. Not rich, just comfortable enough so they can do what they want. Is that clear? Is that I hope that's clear. Um you can't be down low. Any type of in the closet, in the hiding, any type of shit like that. No. Zero tolerance. I have zero tolerance for any type of closeted ma- level of man. Any type of that. No. Zero tolerance. Anything like that. No, I don't. No, I don't have time for that. Now, I'm a woman a trans woman who I am not walking around with trans power shirts on. I'm not the type of woman who would my transness in the public space is just I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm a trans woman. And no, I am a really I enjoy my ability to blend in society, my ability to just go to a restaurant and people don't know I'm trans. I enjoy that. And so I appreciate that. But I'm also somebody that if my transness comes out, or if I want to share my transness for whatever reason, it comes up in conversation, or I want to share it, or it comes up. I just wanted to, it's relevant in the conversation right now, and I start talking about it. I don't want to be with a man that's like, oh, you're telling people you're trans. I wasn't prepared for that. Oh, how are people judging me? No, I don't want a man like that. I want a dude that is very comfortable with himself, his masculinity, his identity, his sexuality, to where if he's dating me, and it doesn't shake that. And so That's a standard of mine. So financial stability, standard. Um, you have to be dedicated to dismantling the systems of oppression that affect all of our lives. If you are, and that doesn't mean you need to be an activist, but your socio-political politics needs to be aligned with mine. I don't need you to be an activist. I don't need you to be, I want you to be, but I don't need you to be at rallies that I think are powerful. I need a politically active man. Yes, I need him to be politically active, socio-politically active. So you believe that racism is a bad thing and you want to dismantle it. You believe that sexism is a bad thing and you want to dismantle it. You believe that patriarchy is a problem and you want to dismantle it. You believe that homophobia is a problem and you want to dismantle it. I do not want a nigga that in my house that thinks that the gender wage gap doesn't exist. I don't want a nigga in my house that thinks he's the head and that we're not a partnership. I don't want that. We are two. I don't want a nigga that thinks I'm his other half. I want a nigga that thinks he's a whole and I'm a whole, and bringing us together makes two. It don't make one. It make two. You have strengths, I have strengths. You have weaknesses, I have weaknesses. Hopefully, our combined things make up a powerhouse. My strengths complements yours. You working on your weaknesses, I'm working on my weaknesses. We coming together and we building something together. So, social finance, socio political. What did I say before that? I can't remember. I'm giving you all these things. Um, oh, being out, being not closeted. And last but not least, we have to have physical. No, this is not last. This is second to last. We have to have physical chemistry. Physical. Like, and that includes sex, that includes intimacy, that includes affection. We have to be compatible physically. We have to like what each other likes sexually. We have to do what each other likes sexually. We have to be into you have to be into have to be into you. We have to be that chemistry on a physical level has to be there. You have to have the type of dick that like. You can't have no little lay piece. I don't like little lay pieces. I don't like huge, gigantic pieces either. I'd rather you have a huge than a little. I like you to be between 7 and 9 fat, girthy 7 and 9. That's what I like. And I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think that that is maybe a little bit above average, but not hard to find. Um, yeah, I think we should have a healthy sex life. I think we should have, good physical chemistry. And now this one is last but not least. Um, you are emotionally stable and available. Emotionally stable. Now, I don't mean that you need to be fully healed from every trauma that you've ever had in your life, because I know that's an ongoing life theme. But you have to be emotionally stable enough to where we can communicate with each other. So there is no violence. So there is no toxic communication and going silent, where we literally are talking about any problem that come up, because there's gonna be some issues. That's normal. But any problems come up, we have to be able to talk it out like adults, and come back and deal. And that don't mean we gotta. Sometimes you in the heat of the moment, we angry, and so we gotta not talk. We gotta take a break. Not a break from the relationship, but a break from I gotta go let some Steve out. Maybe go to the gym, go out swimming or whatever, and then come back. Be dedicated to the comeback and work it out. Emotionally stable, and available. Emotionally stable and available. Because there's some people who are, they stable, but they distant too. Like they're not emotionally available. They all over the place. Emotionally available. So yes, socio-political chemistry, physical chemistry. You can't be closeted. You have to be financially stable, and you have to be emotionally available. Is that a high standard? I personally don't think so, but this dating pool with the boo boo piss and shit in it, it feels like that is a high bar, because it's hard to find those things. I think that I'm all those things. I think that I'm emotionally stable. I think that I am financially stable, not rich. Like I said, you don't got to be rich, but financially rich, where I've been living in the same place for 11 years, paid my rent on time every single time. Me, only me, stable, not moving around, paying my bills. Not closeted. I don't want no closeted ass nigga. Social political. You have to be. I can't deal with somebody who is sexist and who is racist. That's why it's hard for me to even try to date outside of my race, because at least with black men, you ain't got to deal with the race stuff. Not sometimes they be coons too, but but usually no. Usually you don't have to explain the race stuff to them. You gotta explain the sexist stuff, But yeah, you have to be somewhere. You got to be woke on some kind of level that I can deal with, because microaggressions and sexism and homophobia and weird ass shit that I dealt with in my past, I can't deal with that shit no more. But because my standards are those things, it doesn't seem like it's high. But because my standards are those things, I just don't have men stepping up to the plate in that kind of way. Yeah, I just don't. Men not doing the work though. Yeah, they're not. And also, the research that I'm seeing lately. I shared this. I shared on if you follow me on Facebook. I shared this on Facebook. Um, this men health report. Where men who get married have a higher life expectancy. Women who get married, either their life expectancy stays the same or it goes down. Men's life expectancy, now this is in cishet terms, is based on their spouse. Like if they live long depends on if they get married or not. Women's life expectancy is based on their friends. Clock that. So a man coming into your life, I'm starting to sound like Eartha Kitt, and I need to compromise. You need to think about that. A man comes into your life, and he either doesn't increase your life expectancy or he decreases it. But your friends are the ones who extend your life expectancy as a woman. And this aligns with what I have been saying for a couple of years now. I have had a better return on investment in investing in my friends lately. One of the reasons why I have gotten to the point why I'm financial secure is because I have developed friendships that is caring, and we give each other opportunities. We share with each other stuff that's happening. You get what I'm saying? It's like a community building each other up. And I'm in a circle of people, and they are not connected. I'm not talking a whole, we all know each other. No, my own personal friends that don't know, some of these friends don't know each other. Like, it's just they're in different spaces in my life. Um, but each individual that I'm focusing on that friendship and building that friendship and building that care, they do something for me. Not do something for me like, oh, give you money. Not that. Nobody gives me money. Um, but they either are somebody that I can talk to, I can vent to. They bring opportunity. I bring opportunity to them. They can vent to me. I feel like my investments in my friendships have been way more fulfilling. No, I'm not fucking my friends. My friends can't give me no dick. But I am having friendship that mean more to me than they did before. It feels like I'm having more authentic friendships. I'm having more it's just better. It's just better. Some of them, the range, some of the I used to have only nothing but trans friends. Now I have cisgender friends. I have um, you know, gay male friends. I've always had gay male friends, but they weren't mm, I've always had gay male friends, but they weren't in depth. They were just worker bees to working around the queen. um, really more like I'm a mother and I'm kind of helping them get on their feet and shit like that. They're kind of, I don't want to say using me, but they were around. It wasn't a reciprocity. Um, I have always had a life where I am like a motherly figure to a lot of people in my life. I'm not that anymore. I am to some people, but I'm not just that to some people. I have my own system of friendship where I can come to them with my shit. Previously, I felt like I was a mother to everybody, and there was no reciprocity. There was no benefit for me at all. And so now that I'm pushing people out that serve me, doesn't serve me at all, and I'm bringing people in who are stress relievers, who bring me opportunity, who um, who are there for me when I need them, who are there as a support system, who praise me, who I praise them. It is a back and forth, back and forth, like circular give and take, where we just give and talk, and it's just better. It's just better nowadays, and I'm happier. It's just better. And so a dude coming in, he can't disrupt that peace. Just can't disrupt that peace. But anyway, we've been on here for 3 hours. We done talked about Will Smith. We done talked about music. We done talked about menses. Yeah, but yeah, this is a good one. I enjoyed this conversation, y'all. And I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Oh, a bunch of y'all done thumbs up. 46. Yay. Menses, baby. Talked about the menses. Yeah, I will see y'all Friday. Marsha's Play is coming out. I still gotta edit it. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, but I still gotta edit it, so I'm gonna edit it so it can come out today. Thursday is past 12 o'clock, so it's Thursday. And we are talking about a lot of stuff. So make sure you go check out Marsha's Play. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Diamond Styles. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Diamond Styles. DIAMONDSTYLC. Make sure follow me on Facebook, Diamond Styles, Marsha's Play. I'm Marsha's Play or Diamond Styles on everything. Marsha's Play is more for activist shit. Like if you want to know what's going on in the trans community, in the queer community, follow Marsha's Play. If you follow Diamond Styles, you're gonna get pictures of me being pretty with my body out and fashions and just me doing whatever I want to do. If you want more of the community stuff, follow Marsha's Play. All right, y'all. Yeah, I will see y'all. I'm about to finish watching Bridgerton. Have a good night. Bye-bye.